We asked ChatGPT to give us topics to do overrated, underrated. Let's see what we got.
I am actively filming a video with you right now, and I need you to provide Chicago things that I will indicate if I believe they are overrated or underrated, along with my partner, David Fields. So you'll give us a prompt of one thing and then wait for us to reply. And then David and I will have a discussion about whether or not we think it's overrated or underrated. And then you'll give us our second prompt. Does that make sense?
Got it. Let's start with deep dish pizza. Overrated or underrated?
Deep dish pizza, overrated or underrated?
Overrated. I'm a tavern style guy.
Yeah, I think it's overrated too. ChatGPT, give me the second one.
All right, next up, Navy Pier. Overrated or underrated?
Navy Pier. Overrated.
I think Navy Pier is a little underrated. I just went there with my kids and we were able to knock out a Ferris wheel. They had like, not street performers, but they had like vendors that were engaging with the kids. I didn't think it was that bad.
I haven't been there in forever. Last time I was there, my mom got stuck in the parking garage. So that's why it's
all right. Next one, ChatGPT.
overrated.
All right, next up, Wrigley Field. Overrated or underrated?
ChatGPT, give us some more obscure, less just obvious Chicago things.
Sure thing. How about the 606 Trail? Overrated or underrated?
606 Trail, overrated, underrated? ChatGPT asks.
Underrated.
Why?
I think it's great.
I think it's a little overrated, only because you can. It's only accessible like east-west, obviously. So like if you're too far north, you don't want to drive so far south to get to it, and if you're so far south, you don't want to drive too far north to get to it.
Yeah. Well,
So
Ben,
it's
I don't
accessible.
know if you knew this about me, but I'm a runner now. Recently,
Oh, I think I heard. Yeah.
and the 606 is great. You get
How-
an unobstructed trail,
But you live in Evanston. You've never run on a 606.
but I appreciate it.
Oh, whatever.
I appreciate an unobstructed trail
All right.
where you can go around.
Next one, ChatGPT.
That's right.
Next one, please.
All right. Got it. Second City comedy shows. Overrated or underrated?
A little more obscure, ChatGPT.
The Chicago Cultural Center. Overrated or underrated?
Chicago Cultural Center. Do you know that one?
I do. My brother
All
got.
right, let's do the Chicago Cultural Center. Overrated or underrated?
All right. I know it. I'll say underrated. My brother got married there. It was great. Beautiful.
Is this the one that's over on Clark Street?
I think so.
Yeah.
The ceiling is unbelievable.
If it's the one that I think it is, it was a little touristy. I think I know which one we're talking about, and it was a little touristy for me. Overrated. Go ahead, ChatGPT. Next one.
All right, the next one, Logan Square Farmers Market. Overrated or underrated?
So I have a take on this, obviously. So I live in Logan Square. It used to be on Logan Boulevard, and we really loved it. They actually just moved it west, where the actual square is. Where
Kedzie?
I think it's Kedzie, yeah. And it just lost a little bit of its flavor. I think it's still underrated, but I think it lost a little bit of its flair.
I'd give it properly rated. I think it's
Properly rated.
rated pretty high, and I think it's nice.
Yeah. Next one.
Next up, Promontory Point. Overrated or underrated?
Overrated, underrated, Promontory Point.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is either. So drop it in the comments if you know what Promontory Point is and whether or not we should go take a look.
Promontory Point.
Next.
All right, how about the Museum of Contemporary Art? Overrated or underrated?
Underrated. It's
Why?
awesome.
I haven't been there in a long time.
I think it's just a really cool experience. I think all of our museums, I mean, they're pretty well rated, I would say, but it's just such a great experience, and it's something unique to Chicago. Like, I feel like the museums that we have access to are phenomenal. So
Between Promontory Point and the Museum of
MCA.
Modern Art, I'm getting exposed for my lack of diversity, cultural diversity.
contemporary art, right?
Contemporary art. Next, please.
All right, how about the Chicago Air and Water Show? Overrated or underrated?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't think
That
we've
is
ever
All
done that
right,
one.
next up, Lollapalooza. Overrated or underrated?
Air and Water Show followed by Lollapalooza.
Okay, air and water show, I would say, God, I'm so boring. Overrated.
Definitely overrated.
I don't know. I don't like the crowds, and I don't like when the city gets so congested, and
I
you're
don't
just
like-
like looking up at planes.
We're at like
The
our
planes are
office.
cool.
we're at our office on Webster, and for a week with the practice, they're
Yeah.
just and just like we're just like, holy shit, what just happened? You know, I don't appreciate it, Chicago.
Yeah.
I don't need to get
Maybe
startled.
like one day of
I
practice.
scare easily. And then
It is cool though.
Overrated, underrated, Lollapalooza.
Oof, I might piss some people off, but I'm gonna say it's overrated.
Why?
I guess if you do like VIP, I think it could be cool, but just I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old, but having like
You are.
no bathroom to go to, or like you got to walk 30 minutes through a crowd to get to a bathroom. There's no water. You're just stressed out, and like you can hear music, but in my opinion, I'd rather just drink water and go to the bathroom. And
I will just base it on my last experience where I had a ton of fun, but I wanted to die afterwards. Doesn't that make it
during or
overrated?
afterward?
No, afterwards. And I wasn't even drinking that much, but it was so hot and so crowded. And like, how long can you actually be like pressed up against a stranger? Like,
Yeah.
before.
It still comes down to, I think it's important to know, are we talking about 25-year-old David Fields or 37-year-old
Let's
David
answer
Fields?
these as though we are us right now.
My answer stands.
Next up,
Next, the Art Institute of Chicago. Overrated or underrated?
get creative here,
More
ChatGPT,
specific.
and more specific,
And possibly real estate related.
and possibly real estate related.
All right, how about Chicago's Bungalow Belt neighborhoods? Overrated or underrated?
Chicago's bungalow belt neighborhoods. I actually think I know what it means. I'd never heard the term bungalow belt, but you know those.
Does it say belt or built?
Did you say belt or built?
Bungalow Belt. It's a term for areas with lots of classic Chicago bungalows.
Cool.
So I think we know what we're talking about. You and I have both been down those streets super often, and it's just
Yeah.
bungalow after bungalow.
Yep. I'll say underrated. I think they're great.
I think
I like
underrated too.
bungalows.
I feel like bungalows are having a moment.
They are.
Yeah, they're having a resurgence.
Well, I think they're built well, and I think they provide a lot of opportunity for additions and expansions and dormers and a lot of fun stuff. So I think that people are repurposing them and making them very useful, and I think it's great.
This is just from the hip, but a lot of these bungalows seem to be built on larger than average lots. Yeah, and they're all brick typically.
Yeah, built well.
All have basements. Yeah, they're built like fortresses. Yeah, definitely underrated. Next up,
All right, what do you think about the Chicago Pedway? Overrated or underrated?
the Chicago Pedway. Are you familiar with what that is?
No.
So there is an underground walkway
Oh.
that connects several buildings to the train station and to each other in the loop.
Yep.
I don't know if I've ever been in it. Have
Yeah,
you?
I have. Yeah, I got lost in there as
Yeah.
a young suburbanite
feels
coming
like
down to
the-
the city.
It feels like the pedestrians version of Lower Wacker. That's like my
Yeah,
perception
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
like, yeah, exactly. I think my guess is, I don't know it very well if I'm being honest, but my guess is that if you got it down, it probably saves you a ton of time.
Yeah.
And in the winter, when
Oh,
it's
you never
icy
have
and
to go
snowy,
outside?
you don't have to go outside. So I
Amazing.
would imagine a lot of people think it's underrated.
Yeah, but if you are watching whatever this is, let us know if you think it's overrated or
Yeah.
underrated.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Next.
All right, what about the Merchandise Mart? Overrated or underrated?
Let's start with the Merchandise Mart. Overrated, underrated.
Underrated.
Severely underrated.
Yeah,
Severely.
it's awesome.
I think
It's gigantic.
it's gigantic. I feel like for something that iconic and well known that has as much as it does inside of it, I feel like it's pretty accessible,
Yeah.
easy to get to.
I wish we had some stats on like how big it is. I don't have the
I
exact
think it's a
stats,
city block. I think
but
it has its own
yeah,
zip code.
It's unbelievable. It does have its own zip code for
Yeah.
sure.
Excuse me. Yeah. Underrated. If you haven't been to the
dare you.
Merchandise Mart, it's just such high quality stuff just next door to each other.
Yeah. It's very
It's
cool.
expensive. It's
Yeah.
pretty upscale, which is obviously a challenge for many. But when we go there for our clients and to learn about stuff, I've had nothing but good experiences.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Amazing.
Next.
All right, what about the 95th floor signature lounge at the former Hancock? Overrated or
Ooh, the
underrated?
former Hancock.
I don't
are
know.
What are they calling it these days?
That begs the question: what is it called? The signature lounge on the 95th of the Hancock. Have you been up there?
It will forever be the Hancock to me, but
Yeah.
I have been up there, not in a very long time. I thought it was okay. I wasn't like, it's cool because I would say overrated. I wasn't like blown away, honestly.
Do you know for us the legend of the 95th floor
legend?
of the signature room at the Hancock?
Tell us the legend.
I've never seen it, obviously, but they say that the women's restroom has the best view of the city, period.
That's unfair.
I know, isn't that rude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going in there.
I guess they spend
Just
more
kidding.
time in there. So, yes, Jeremy.
Debatable.
ChatGPT, last one. Make it a good one.
All right, how about Chicago speakeasies? Overrated or underrated?
This is our last one. Let's do a better one.
All right, make it like the best one you can think of that's super interesting and fun and real estate related and will really captivate an audience, but no pressure, ChatGPT. Give us a great one.
All right, final one. The Chicago water taxi. Overrated or
Oh.
underrated?
Have you ever been on the Chicago water taxi?
No, I haven't. I've never traveled by Chicago water taxi. And now this video just makes me sound like I haven't done anything fun in Chicago. All I do is show real estate. So
Well, that's what people are hiring us for.
Yeah.
Chicago water taxi, I've had 2 clients and friends that swear by it. So I had one client who lived at the Google building, and the water taxi would pick up literally at, not the Google building, excuse me, at the Groupon building.
I was going to say the Google. People live at the Google.
At the Groupon building. I think it's 900 Kingsbury. Did I make that up?
I think it's
Something 100 Kingsbury.
600.
And then I had another friend who worked or who lived at this one building in River North, and it was a short walk, and he got to work in like 7 minutes, and he would count down the days until the water taxi, was open for business.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's underrated, but I actually have no point of reference. Overrated or underrated? This overrated or underrated podcast style interview. All right, rapid fire. The Ben Lalez team, overrated, underrated.
Underrated.
Zach Oldenburg, overrated, underrated.
Underrated.
Compass as a real estate brokerage, overrated, underrated.
Underrated.
Content Club Studio, where we are live and sitting and filming this wonderful piece of content.
The most underrated content studio in Chicago.
In the world,
In the
mate.
world.
In the
In the
world.
world.
Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I'm Ben Lalez. This is
David Fields.
sales director of the Ben Lalez team, team lead of the Ben Lalez team. We would love to hear from you. So drop a comment. If there's any content ideas, we would love to film them here for you. We are here to serve you and any of your real estate related needs. So don't be afraid to get in contact. See you next time.